Today we're going to go over the Bodyline's 60-minute spa facial. So I have my guest here on the table, and we're going to start off with a quick consultation. I'm just going to go over some general questions that we would normally ask with any facial treatment. So, do you have any allergies at all?
No.
Okay, good. And what's your skin like on a normal basis, or I should say this season? Is it more oily, dry, or combination?
I would say dry.
More on the dry side? Okay, and what would you say your primary focus is with what would you like to leave here feeling like we've achieved today?
Just a general deep cleaning.
Okay, perfect. So I have you down for the 60-minute spa facial, and we're going to go ahead and proceed with that treatment.
Thank you.
And that's just basic protocol for how you would ask just simple questions. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get her started. I have her hair already wrapped. I like to use a little bobby pin that you can sanitize, but if you don't like the bobby pin, you can wrap it which way you would like. So what we're going to do is I got my warm water. Each 60-minute facial, I prepare 4 towels, which I already have in my towel cavity here. And I'm going to start off with a pre-cleanse. You can do a pre-cleanse with either an oil, which is something that I like to use. I find that the oil or the grapeseed oil helps to remove mascara really well and eye makeup. You can either use an oil as a pre-cleanse, or you can do a double cleanse using the facial cleanser. So as I go throughout the treatment, I'm going to talk about a little bit of the products. All the products that I'm using today are very safe to use on pretty much all skin types. The only adjustment that you would need to make is if the guest had sensitive skin, you would avoid steaming. And when I mean sensitive skin, I mean prone to redness, like rosacea. And I'll talk about that a little bit as we go through the steps. So I'm going to start off with my pre-cleanse using the grapeseed oil. And this step should take roughly anywhere from about 3 to 4 minutes. Because this is a training video, I'm going to be going through the steps pretty quickly. And then you're going to just quickly remove the oil. Okay, next step is going to be the cleanse using our Ultra Gentle Enzyme Cleanser. This cleanser is safe to use on pretty much all skin types unless they have any allergies to anything, which our guest doesn't today. Mix it with a little bit of water. This step is performed the same way that the pre-cleanse oil is performed. It'd take about 3 to 4 minutes. And you're going to gently remove the cleanser. This is a great cleanser to remove any eye makeup as well. It shouldn't sting the eyes or anything, but always have your guests keep their eyes closed. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to the exfoliating part. So we're going to use the double enzyme mask. It's great for all skin types, including rosacea skin. If your guest has sensitive skin, like I said, prone to redness, you're going to avoid steam and use cool water to go ahead and use as a massage with the treatment. If your guest has any normal skin type, you're going to actually steam with this mask because the steam is going to activate the enzymes to work. You're going to use this little spatula. Scrape out the appropriate amount. Usually about that much is normal. Shouldn't be more than like a half of a teaspoon. Put it in the palm of your hand. And close the lid. You want to mix this mask with a little bit of water. The water and the heat, so like I said, whether you're using cool water or you're using steam, will activate the enzymes, which is pineapple and papaya, to work to help to eat up some of the dead skin. So since our guest here has pretty normal skin, she's not prone to redness, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the steam with her. And you're just going to apply the mask. You're going to massage the mask using effleurage motions, and you're going to do this roughly about anywhere. I usually massage the skin for anywhere about 5 to 7 minutes. After that, I would proceed into doing the neck, back, and shoulder massage. If you notice at all that your mask is starting to feel sticky, which it shouldn't with the steam, you can always reach over and grab a little bit of water, and that will give the mask a nice slip again. Okay. And let's pretend that I've been massaging this into the skin for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the towel that I used before just to kind of wipe off some of the remnants of the mask. And we're going to go into a neck, back, and shoulder massage. So I'm going to use you can use the lotion, the massage lotion, you can use a little bit of the oil, whatever your preference is. And this is where you would begin your massage. You're going to massage the neck, back, and shoulders for approximately 10 minutes, and that would give the mask plenty of time to sit on the skin. You can stop the steam after about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how much exfoliation you are trying to achieve with the skin. After 10 minutes have passed, you're going to go ahead and you're going to grab another steam towel and remove the double enzyme mask. Once the mask has been completely removed, if you were to do any additions in your treatments, peels, Luminox, any sort of add-on, this is where you're going to do it. You've already have a fresh palette of clean, fresh skin, so this is the best opportunity to apply that peel if that's what you wish to do. I'm going to demonstrate it just for the training purposes so you know how to perform it if you actually add on one of these treatments. But if you don't, then obviously skip the next couple of minutes and you could move forward with the regular procedure. Now we're going to demonstrate how to apply a Skin Renewal 1 to the skin. You're going to put on a glove. You're going to pick one of the appropriate Skin Renewal 1s to use depending on the guest's skin type. You want to make sure that the skin is dry. There's no need to prep the skin using a Skin Prep 2. Which you'll learn about in other peel trainings, because you've already used a proper degreaser when you use the double enzyme mask. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move straight forward, and I'm going to grab lactic acid since her skin is a little bit more on the dry side. You're going to grab a 4x4 cotton pad. You're going to fold it once and then fold it twice so you have a little thick cushion there. You're going to do 3 or 4 turnovers of the bottle. There should be a fan in each one of the rooms. If not, you can manually fan. Go ahead and we're going to apply the Skin Renewal 1 peel. You're going to put the fan at the very top of the head. This will blow any of the aroma away from the guest's nose because it can be a little bit strong smelling. You can either start at the top or the bottom of the skin. It doesn't matter, but don't go over the skin more than one time. So I'm going to start at the very top here. Your guest should feel tingling on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 feeling like your skin's on fire. This particular peel will run about a 1 or a 2. If the guest is really sensitive, they may feel it more like a 3 or 4, but it shouldn't go any further higher than that. If it does, what you want to do is you want to leave the peel on for a shorter length of time. Most of the peels, depending on the guest's skin type, you would start off at 1 or 2 minutes. If the guest's skin doesn't look like it's turning red or if it's frosting or anything like that, you can leave it on for a couple extra minutes. This particular peel, the lactic acid, and only the lactic acid, I want to emphasize that, is perfectly safe to use under the eye area. So if the guest was here for some sort of anti-aging treatment, or if they wanted to add on an eye treatment, this is a perfectly safe procedure to use. Once 2 to 4 minutes has lapsed, what you would do, you're going to dilute this particular peel, and I'm going to demonstrate how to apply the depigmenting treatment, which is a secondary peel add-on. And again, this is only if it's been discussed in the consultation. So what you want to do is you're going to take 2 4x4s. You're going to get them wet, and you're going to squeeze out the extra water. And you're going to dilute the peel. Anytime you mix water with the peel, it's going to stimulate the acid to work a little bit stronger. So if at any point the guest isn't feeling like, oh, it's starting to burn a little bit more, it's okay. It's a part of the dilution process. So I'm going to start at the bottom here. Once that's done, you're going to put those off to the side, and you're going to grab your depigmenting treatment. The Fade and Firm is the one that I'm going to be using today. It's the strongest depigmenting treatment that we offer here currently. You're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to take a 4x4, you're going to fold it once and then twice, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to tip the bottle over 3 times until you can see that your gauze has some product on it, but it's not dripping off of the gauze. You're going to turn your fan on again, putting it at the top of the head, and you're going to apply the peel, a light layer of the peel, evenly all over the skin. The benefits of the Skin Renewal 1 add-on are that it's going to be a deeper exfoliation. It's going to be about 3 to 4 times, depending on what kind of mask you're using, stronger than a regular mask. And then the benefits of the depigmenting treatment is to go into the skin and actually even out the skin tone. So it'll actually blast the dark spots, and it'll give the guests a more even skin tone. When you apply both together, it allows the depigmenting treatment solution, the ingredients, to actually seep deeper in the skin. So you're going to get a better result and a more even skin tone in the end. You're going to let this sit for a couple of minutes, usually about 2 to 4 minutes, again, depending on the person's skin type. Just watch over it. As long as they're not turning bright red or their skin isn't frosting. Frosting is when the skin has like a white tint over the skin that starts to happen after a couple of minutes. It's very uncommon for that to happen with any Skin Renewal 1s or depigmenting treatments. It's not something you should really be concerned with, but just to keep a watchful eye out on it. Once a couple minutes of time has lapsed, you're going to go ahead and you're going to turn off your fan. Get that away. You're going to grab another pad here, and you are going to neutralize the acid. So when you neutralize the acid, it literally is turning off the acid, and it's saying stop working. Skin Renewal 1s are the only treatment that you need to really make sure that you neutralize, and they should not sit on the skin for any longer than about 8 minutes. So now I'm going to neutralize the acid. Keep in mind that when you neutralize acids, they tend to get a little bit angry, and the tingling or the burning factor tends to go up a notch, but it should die down pretty quickly. So if you have a guest that's like, ooh, that's kind of hot, it's normal. Just let them know that this is we are neutralizing the peel, and it's completely normal for it to spike up a little bit. Once you've gone over the skin evenly, you're going to remove your glove, and you're going to give the skin a quick wash. And this will ensure that all tingling is gone off the skin. You do not want to move forward on the next step until it's completely neutralized. If you are you know, if you're still getting familiar with the products, this would be a good time following the cleanse to check in to make sure that they're not feeling any tingling. If they are, just give them a second wash. You want to use a cool towel to remove this peel. So if you didn't prep a couple extra towels because of the peels, you can just use a dry towel and dip it in your water. That would be fine too. You can use 4x4s to remove the peel at the very end. Just a couple options. I just like to use a towel. It makes it a little bit easier. If your guest is adding on any peels to their treatment at the very end of the treatment, you want to remind them or let them know that they need to avoid any sort of hot temperatures for 24 hours. So that includes any sort of exercise, any sort of dry sauna use, any sort of swimming. Chlorine can stimulate heat within the skin. These are all things that would cause excess heat, and you want to make sure that they're not stimulating more heat. It could be irritating the skin post-peel. Now that that's completely removed, you're going to go ahead and you're going to feel the results of the skin, and it feels really nice. If you are also planning on adding a Luminox add-on to your treatment, you can. You would do it post-peel, and you would be doing that procedure right now. There's going to be another video demonstrating how to do the Luminox, so I'm going to go ahead and skip that, but I want you to know that if it's something that you wanted to add to your treatment, this is where you would do it. If they weren't planning on having a peel at all, that's okay. You don't have to do a peel and Luminox. You can just go from the double enzyme mask straight into the Luminox, and that would be fine too. Okay, so now we're going to switch gears and we're going to go back to just performing that 60-minute spa facial. I just wanted to demonstrate what add-ons looked like. If you're not doing any add-ons, then this would be the next step following that double enzyme mask. So you're going to actually go into extractions. Whether you perform any peels or not, you're welcome to do the extractions. Just make sure that if you're doing the peel, to make the extractions a little bit more gentle. You're going to turn your bright light on, and you're going to go ahead and you're going to examine the skin. You can use, of course, your magnifying lamp. Take a quick peek. You can use your extractor tools if you have any, or you can wrap up your fingers and you can go ahead and extract a couple small blackheads if they have any. Our guest today has pretty clean skin, so I don't see anything other than just around her nose. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go into the next mask. The secondary mask should be, obviously, it should be a booster mask of some sort, since we're doing the basic steps to the 60-minute spa facial. I'm gonna show you a quick trick. This is the best mask, and it's safe for all skin types, whether they have rosacea or dry skin or oily skin. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna mix 50-50 purifying and calming mask with the skin soothing mask. The skin soothing mask, as you may have already learned, has a little bit of an active acid in it, and it can feel very stimulating on the skin. So it's not uncommon for guests to feel tingling when the skin soothing mask is on the skin. When you mix the two, it tends to buffer some of that tingling on the skin. So you're gonna, by mixing it, you're basically avoiding, somebody on the table maybe being a little surprised by it. On top of that, one's going to be deep cleansing and the other one's going to be hydrating. So I like the combination of both. You're going to take a clean spatula. You can use a bowl to put the mask in. I like to use the back of my hand. My hand is clean. So I'm going to put a little bit of the mask on the back of my hand. I'm going to take the opposite end. And I'm going to put a little bit on the back of my hand, just like that. This is when you're going to actually mix the two together on top of the skin. and you're going to use a brush to apply it. Now you're ready to apply your mask. You're going to use a brush. I like to press it into the skin at the very bottom just to get them used to the temperature because it's a little bit cool. And you're going to go ahead and gently apply. Once the mask is evenly applied, you're going to let the mask sit for about 10 minutes. Now that the mask is applied, we're going to apply a fresh, clean eye pad. Just going to place that over, and you're going to move into the hand massage. And you're just going to take your hand off like this, and you're going to go into your hand massage. Using long effleurage strokes, you're going to give a nice relaxing hand massage. I usually spend about 4 minutes on each hand, on each side, and that'll give the perfect amount of time for the mask to be finished processing. Once you finish your hand massage, since we don't have sinks in the room, you want to go ahead and you want to wash your hands before working on the face again. So go ahead and you can take a little bit of the face wash, mix it with a little water, and this will remove some of the oil or lotion that you're using. I even like, this is just a little trick, this is something that I do. I like to just apply it to the top part of their shoulders, just to remove any greasy feel at the very end. You don't have to do this, this is just optional, but it's also removing the oil off of your hands too. And we're going to go ahead and remove the mask now, taking off the eye pads first. And that soap on the décolleté is going to be sitting there, you'll see it. And we're going to remove the mask first, and then we're going to use the towel at the very end to remove the rest of the soap. And your guest will appreciate it too because their skin feels nice and clean. Once the mask is removed, this is when you would go ahead and wipe down the shoulders really quick, removing that extra soap. Okay. And the skin feels really nice. Okay, your next step is going to go into a serum. And you're going to pick the serum appropriate for their skin type. In particular, since our guest today wants to focus on just basic deep pore cleansing and her skin is dry, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the hydrating serum. It's right here. You only need about 2 pumps, that's it. And that should be plenty to apply evenly on the skin. Mix in your hands like so, and you're going to go ahead and apply it evenly. After applying it all over the skin, you're going to actually use your palms to pat in the serum. Because serums have smaller molecule structures, it's better to push them into the skin versus massaging it into the skin. Once the skin has fully absorbed the product, you're going to move on. I'm going to go ahead and put a retinol product on our guest. Again, because our guest has dry skin, I'm going to use the lactic nutrient cream. If your guest has oily skin, you can use the skin resurfacing cream 12%, or you can use, if their skin is really oily, you can use the skin resurfacing gel, which is in this bottle. So this is for dry skin. The skin resurfacing cream is for oilier skin or more oily skin, and the skin resurfacing gel is for extremely oily and thicker skin. So again, since we're focusing on hydration today, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the lactic nutrient cream. You only need 2 pumps. Anything more than that's going to be wasteful. And apply evenly on the skin. And we're going to move on to an eye cream. We have 2 different eye creams with our line. We have the Eye Youth, and we also have the Botanical Eye Cream. If the skin is really dry and super sensitive, the Botanical Eye Cream is going to be the better choice. But if your guest skin is on the drier side, but they're not so sensitive, The eye youth is going to be the best choice. Try and always use this one if you can get away with it, because I feel like they get a much bigger difference from this particular product when coming out of a treatment. You don't need a full pump. A full pump of this product is going to be extremely wasteful. You only need about a half of a pump. So it should be about a pea-sized portion. You're going to go ahead and take half of it on your finger and you're going to dot it around the eye area. Take the other half and dot it around the other eye. And you're going to go ahead and take soft to the touch fingers and you're going to manipulate it around the eyes, going below the brow and around the eye. Next, we're going to go into the moisturizer. The Light Recovery Complex, again, is safe for all skin types. If their skin is more on the sensitive side, a retexture cream is going to be better, but we're going to use the Light Recovery Complex today. You only need about 2 pumps. And you're going to go ahead and apply this. And we're going to go ahead and finish up with a little bit of SPF. I'm going to use the oil-free SPF today. I like it because it has zinc in it. And this is going to be the last step. And you can see that her skin looks really hydrated. The tone looks really nice. Her pores look a little bit more refined from the peel. And we're going to finish up with a little bit of aromatherapy. I like to use the peppermint oil because it helps to wake up the senses and to help get them out of bed. So you only need about a pea-sized portion. Mix it into your hands, and you're going to invite your guest to take 3 deep breaths in. Go ahead and take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. And that's how you complete the 60-minute spa facial.